All right, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, We Love Comics. And today is part 2 of my comic book sale, because lucky me has been out of work now for 4+ months. The flea market that I was selling my comics at is no more. They sold the business to an apartment complex, and working in bars here in Florida, they're not allowed to serve alcohol. Or, well, unless you're a big franchise, but the smaller places are still closed. So I've been actually purchasing some things on credit card and getting myself into a nice little jam, which I'm sure some people have. So I'm going to be selling a couple of comics to try and be able to pay some bills. So, if you guys are interested in any of these books, I just want to mention that last week, I sold 2 or 3 of the books, but some of them are still available. Those are the ungraded books. There are some key issue comics that are still there, but I do know the Tales of Suspense 52 was sold. One of the signed books was sold, but just check and message me on those. These are going to be the graded books. It's going to be first come, first serve. Now, if you watched the video I did last night, and you're one of my power viewers, you will have seen these books last night, because I showed them at the end of the video. And every now and then, for my power viewers, as a thank you for watching videos from beginning to end, there will be times that I will do added bonuses when most people have left. So it does pay to stick around. Now, it won't be every video, because then people will be expecting it, but I will be doing it from time to time. So those of you who are my power viewers or appreciate my videos, if you're kind enough to hit the like button, it is always appreciated. It does help my channel. Let me put on the video camera, but before I do, make sure if you have not signed up for the Cashback Program, click the link in the description. It's in the live chat, and I will pin it to the comment section. If you sign up and spend $25 or more within the first 90 days, you get a $10 cashback bonus. And as you can see, I have my We Love Comics t-shirt that I used to wear at my flea market, but that is no more. So now it's just a regular run around the house shirt. So let me put the email address. So it's going to be, don't pay for them right away, because I have to make sure, because I did have like 3 or 4 people interested in some of the comics last night. They messaged me to let me know they were interested, but they never responded when it came to pay for it. So as of now, all of these are available. If somebody's going to say they want something, you have to pay for it, because, I mean, it's unfair to hold a book for somebody if somebody else might want it. And one person actually changed their mind when I messaged them. And, please, if you're not interested in the book, that's perfectly fine. But if you message me that you're interested in the book and you change your mind, which is perfectly fine, please let me know, because, like I said, I'm selling these to pay some bills. So, anything will be appreciated. If you're not interested, that's absolutely fine. So let me show the books. And also, one of my subscribers asked me about this book, Superman 2. They want me to take some pictures, which I'll do. But Ryan, if you are here, at the end of this video, I will open this up and show you, because this is Superman number 2 from 1939. It has a facsimile cover, but the rest of it is intact and original. You wanted to see the inside, so I figured videos will be better. So if you're here, you could see it. If not, I'll send the pictures anyway. But that book is still for sale as well. Check out the video from last week if you're interested in that or any other books. All right, so let's start getting into it. I want to thank the 5 people so far that have hit the like button. That means a lot to me. I appreciate that. It shows loyalty. And we have some new moderators in the house. So, Lario Lopez, who's been one of my surprise subscriber shoutouts, he's one of my new moderators. Glad to see you. So, he's going to be regulating the chat. Not much to usually regulate, because 99.9% of the time, everybody's awesome. So, let's get the sale going. If you're interested, that says Peaceful Feelings right here, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Let me know if you're interested. Shipping for these will be $17 domestic. I will ship them, so they will be safe. There will be no manila envelopes. They'll not be, damaged along the way. They will be well protected. If you live outside the United States, I mean, expect shipping to be $35 and up. It depends on your country. I'm not profiting off of it. This is what UPS charges. I mean, just to send a regular comic from Florida to California, they're charging me about $9 and up just to send it in a Gemini mailer. So it's UPS and the Postal Service that are charging these ridiculous prices. But if you're international, I will add an extra comic to compensate for how much the shipping and handling is going to cost, because I want to try and make it worth your while. So contact me first if you're interested, and let's get into it. All right, so the first one. This is a graded comic. It is Signature Witness with an original sketch and original coloring. This is Spider-Gwen #1. This is from April of 2015. So this is the original first series of Spider-Gwen. It's not her first appearance, of course. But this is signed and sketched by Robbie Rodriguez and signed and colored by Rico Renzi. So the two major players in the Spider-Gwen franchise did the drawing, did the artistry, and both signed it. And of course, with the yellow label, it means it was signature witnessed and the sketch was witnessed. So this is a 9.8 with white pages, because I know some people, you know, want to know the difference between off-white and white pages. Some people just have to have white pages, and that's fine. To me, it doesn't really matter, because you're not looking inside the book anyway, so off-white or white to me doesn't make a difference, but to each their own. So when I was at the flea market, I was selling this book for $500. I'm going to sell it today for $399 plus the shipping. So you're getting an original sketch and full color by the two major people in the Spider-Gwen comic franchise. Signature verified, signature witnessed, actually, at a 9.8. So that's the first one. Got a couple of sketches that we're going to do. A couple people asked me about this. They even sent me emails, but no one sent any payment or responded afterwards. Makes no sense, but hey, to each their own. They might have had something happen, and I hope they're all well. But this, again, is Spider-Gwen #1. This, again, came out April 15th, so this is the first series of her, you know, comic before they rebooted it like 500 times, because that's what comic book companies do nowadays. But this is signed and sketched by Adam Hughes. So this, normally if you ever see Adam Hughes, he just does a tiny little remark of a drawing. So he did basically the whole upper torso of Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, whatever you want to call her these days. But it's also signed and colored by Ryan Kincaid. So, again, dual signature, sketched by an artist, and then colored in by another artist. So this is definitely another great book. This is one I was selling for $550. I believe it was either $500 or $550 at the flea market. It is graded a 9.6, but you're not buying it for the grade. You're buying it for the original sketch. It does have white pages. I'm selling this one for the same price, $399 plus the shipping. And again, if you live outside the United States, just let me know, because it is going to depend on the country. Now, again, this is another one. A couple people messaged me about. There were people said, I want this book, but when it came to paying for it, they all disappeared. So it's still available for whoever wants it. First come, first serve. This is Dark Avengers #1. This is the first appearance of the Dark Avengers. It is also Norman Osborn becomes the Iron Patriot. This is a 9.8 with white pages. This is an original, and I love this sketch. This is an original David Finch Venom sketch. I love the fact that it's not colored, because it looks really awesome black and white with the pencil. So this is, and again, it's yellow series, so that means it was witnessed, signed and sketched by David Finch back in 2011. And you can see he signed it at the bottom as well. So sketch and signature, awesome cover of Venom by David Finch. Love his artwork. Very gritty. Venom is hot no matter what you get. And who knows what they're doing if they ever go out with the Dark Avengers. But that would make this book even more valuable, because of the fact if they ever do Dark Avengers. Now, they're talking about the Young Avengers and everything, but if they ever do the Dark Avengers in the movies, this book is going to be doubly pricey, because this is the first appearance. So this book I was originally selling for $550. I'm selling it for $450 plus the shipping. So If you want a original artwork of David Finch with the first appearance of the Dark Avengers, graded 9.8 white pages, that is definitely a book to add to your collection. So these are all, a lot of these are original art that you will not find anywhere else. So they're one-of-a-kind pieces. So people that like rare stuff. All right, here's another book. This book, if it doesn't sell, I'll be more than happy to keep it in my collection because this book is going to go up. They've already said he's going to be in the MCU, which means this book is going to go up, so it has upward potential. I'm not selling books on their way down. This, of course, is Marvel Spotlight number 5. Of course, this is the first appearance of Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider. Of course, it's not the first appearance of Ghost Rider, because that goes all the way back to the Golden Age. But this is the one most people want, because Johnny Blaze is what really made Ghost Rider mega popular. This is graded CGC 4.0, cream to off-white pages. Let me see if there's anything other significant. First appearance of Roxanne Simpsons. I don't know if that'll become anything major. But this one could be pressed and dry cleaned. So I bought this one already graded. So this could potential, now of course I can't guarantee it, but it could go up to a 4.5, maybe even a 5 if pressed and dry cleaned, because it looks like there's a little bit on the back that can be dry cleaned. So whoever graded this probably did not get it pressed. I can't, again, guarantee that, so keep that in mind. But I was selling this for $500. I'm selling it here for $450 plus the shipping. Like I said, this book is a key book. It's going to increase in value, so the idea is to get it before then. All right, so 2 more to go. This is a one-of-a-kind piece. You will not get this anywhere else, and as of now, you could never get this again if another one doesn't exist, and I'll explain why. The book is not significant. It's what's on it. This is Wolverine Origins, number 9. Graded 9.4, signature verified by PGX. I sent this book in myself. It has Herb Trimp signature and original sketch, who is the co-creator of Wolverine, who's passed away. Len Wein, his signature, co-creator of Wolverine, also passed on. Signed also by Dan Kemp, Dan Way, Steve Dillon, and Joe Quesada. So 6 signatures on here and a sketch. Now, if you ever saw Herb Trimp when he did a sketch, he only just did a remark, just like Adam Hughes, just a little side, little quick pencil. This is a silver half torso of Wolverine in silver, claw and everything. So that's more detailed than his average work. Now, he's passed away, so you can't get any more stuff from him. So whatever's out there is out there. So this is a one-of-a-kind piece. I was selling this book, where is it? I was selling this book for $850 at the flea market. I'm selling it here for $695 plus the shipping. So if you want a one-of-a-kind piece with the co-creators of Wolverine's signatures and artwork from Herb Trimp, he also signed it, so there's his signature as well, plus 4 other signatures. So it's got signed and remarked by Herb Trimp, signed by Dan Kemp, Len Wein, Dan Way, Steve Dillon, and Joe Quesada. So, one-of-a-kind book, $695. And once Wolverine ends up in the MCU, once they make official announcements, anything Wolverine is going to be hot. You add an original Herb Trimp co-creator sketch and the co-creator Len Wein signature, you got a one-of-a-kind book. All right, and Jerry P., who's one of my new moderators as well, being kind enough to tell people, please hit the like button. 20 people have liked it so far. Hopefully, that's half the people. Hopefully, the other half will be kind enough to hit the like button. And we got one last book I'm going to show you. This is another one-of-a-kind piece that you cannot get again. And even if you saw something like this, it cannot ever get a yellow label. So this is Defenders number 1. I had 2 people ask about this book, but there's a difference between asking about it and wanting it and paying for it. But this is graded a 9.8, white pages, Now, let's tell you, there are 5 signatures and 4 original sketches. One of them done by the late, great Herb Trimpe, who is deceased. So you could never get another yellow label of his work again. Now, you can get it verified, of course, if you found something. But here we go. We have signed and sketched by Sal Buscema, or Buscema, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. He did the Submariner. So there's a signature as well. Love these sketches. Next, Herb Trimpe. He did the Hulk. Signed and sketched. Another great artwork. Rich Woodall, or Woodall, did Doctor Strange in a 70s hippie kind of motif. And it's weird the way he did the handlebar mustache. Kind of looks like he should be driving a Harley. And then last but not least, Jim Starlin, who did Silver Surfer, signed and sketched. And then down here, no sketch, but signed by Neil Adams. That's another hard signature to get. So this is a 9.8. This is witnessed. So they saw this being done. One of the people is deceased, so you could never get another yellow label again. I mean, what's out there is out there, obviously, but you can't get any more because you can't witness a dead person doing a drawing. And if you can, you know, that's going to be worth a lot of money. So I was selling this originally at the flea market for $1,500. I'm going to sell this for $995. And I will do free domestic shipping on this one. So this is a one-of-a-kind piece of art. 4 original sketches by major artists, 1 deceased, and then Neil Adams' signature on the bottom. No one else has this, so this is a one-of-a-kind. I hate to sell it, but I hate my bills more. So that book is definitely, if it doesn't sell, I'll be happy to put it back in my collection. So those are the books. If you're interested in any of them, just contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And like I said, I'm doing this to pay bills because I've been out of work for 4+ months. I don't see any end in sight going on because the flea market that I was selling comics at is closed. And the bars are still not allowed to open, so I cannot go back to work doing that. So my lines of work are basically waiting to come back. So I've been putting a lot of things on credit cards lately, which is something I recommend you don't do. But there were some deals that I couldn't pass up, and, you know, I always find a way, so I am not worried. I plan ahead, so doing this stuff is preventing down the road. I'm not like, oh my God, I need the money right now, otherwise I'm going to lose everything. I don't panic that way, because I always get the job done. So I'm going to add one other book to the sale. This is not a graded book, but this is definitely a book that I highly recommend. This is World's Finest #2. It does have some tape on it, but with a Golden Age book, that does not factor in at all. They are a heck of a lot more lenient with Golden Age books, because back then people taped them because they wanted to keep them from falling apart. They didn't do it to make them more valuable. So they are very lenient when it comes to tape. It's not considered restoration anyway. The worst they will do is say tape on it, which is obvious. But what's significant about World's Finest #2? Well, issue number 1 was called World's Best. So nobody knows or probably ever heard of World's Best Comics, because this has been known ever since issue 2 as World's Finest Comics. So this is technically issue number 1 of World's Finest Comics. So the team up of Superman and Batman, which, by the way, they do not team up in this book. They're actually individual stories. It wasn't until later on that they actually had them working together. But this is a major key Golden Age book. I think this came out around 1940, 1941. It's 96 pages long. There's a little piece missing right there. There is some color breaks, as you can see. But for a Golden Age book, this book is complete. It is together. I'm selling this book. I was originally selling it for $1,250 at the flea market. I'll sell it here for $995. So this is a book worth getting because it's the first issue of World's Finest Comics. And that's the name it's been ever since. So this is a very significant book. It's almost got like a cardboard kind of stock to it, so it's not paper. That's why it's lasted the test of time. And the cover presents really well. I would say probably a 3.0, maybe a 3.5. And for some reason they put tape on the outer edge as well. But again, it's not going to factor into the grade when it comes to a Golden Age book. So if you're interested in any of those books, all you have to do is contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Do not send any payments because I want to make sure if more than one person messages me, the first person that messaged me will have the opportunity to pay for it. If they do not respond within 24 hours or they do not pay for it, the next person will have the opportunity and then go on from there. Like I said, I got a couple of people yesterday that said they wanted books, and when it came to paying it, they just did not respond. So every book is available. Check out last Sundays for the books that I'm selling that are the ungraded books. A couple of them have sold, so just message me beforehand. And if you're international, to kind of make up for the shipping costs, because like I said, I'm not profiting off it. This is what they charge. I'll throw in an extra book for free. So those are the books. I want to thank the 26 people that were kind enough to like this video. I know this isn't a spec video, so I know this isn't going to get as many views as my other, because I know how most people that watch my channel are pretty much only here for speculation. But these are books that you can add to your collection. They're one of a kind. They're original art pieces, and there are some key issues. So hopefully you will appreciate it. So this part of the video is for Ryan. This is one of the books I'm selling. If you want to know the prices of the other one, just go check out the other video. But he wanted to see the inside. So if anything, you guys are about to see the inside of a book that most people probably have not seen before in their lifetime. And this is Superman 2. I want to be careful. Now, like I said, it does have a facsimile cover. And it's funny because they made it look real. But that's a facsimile cover. So it's not attached. So here is page 1. And you could see it's got creamed off-white pages. There's the back. Let me see if I could find... Well, because it doesn't have staples, you're not going to see the centerfold. But just so you can see, no rips, no tears. Colors look great. For a book from 1939, this book is in awesome condition. So as you could see, no spine splits. There is a page tear on the first page a little bit, but that's only the first page. But here you go. How many people get to see page 1 of Superman number 2? So this book, yeah, cream to off-white pages. As you can see, no coupons are cut. So 0.5 of this book, there is some chipping along the edges, but that, I mean, for a book this old. Here's an advertisement for New York World's Fair Comics. For a book this old, this is in pretty darn good condition. So a 0.5 of this book sells for over $3,000, according to GoCollect.com graded. I'm selling this for under $2,000. So yes, it does have a facsimile cover, but it's a way to own, because everything else is original and complete. You find an original cover, you now have a complete book. Now, of course, unless they don't catch it, it would be considered a married cover, but it still would be original. So, 1939, Superman number 2. If you love comics, you'd be able to save over $1,000 or so just because it doesn't have the original cover. Because, you know, not for nothing, if you love comics, the cover shouldn't really matter if it's the real thing or not. If this was a real cover, this would be at least a $4,000 to $5,000 book, because this definitely would not be a 0.5. So, hopefully Ryan or somebody else, if they see this, go to my other video if you want to see what the price was. But now you saw the inside of the book. The inside of the book is pretty darn good for a book over 80 years old. So I hate to sell it, and if it doesn't sell, so be it. But I got to pay some bills. So those are the books. And Jin Ryu Jr. says Marvel Spotlight 5 is on my wish list. Well, it's here if you want it, but so far no emails, so we'll see what happens. If I don't sell them, I'll always find another way, but I'm trying to get some bills paid. Like I said, I've been out of work for 4 months. Thank you to the 29 people who hit the like button. I want to give today's surprise subscriber shout out to... We're going to go with Monster Warrior, because I don't think I've seen you here before. So Monster Warrior, you are today's surprise subscriber shout out. Hopefully people will hit the like button. Hopefully you will subscribe. Give our shout out a shout out. Hit that cashback program. Sign up for it. Spend $25 or more within the first 90 days. You will get a $10 cashback bonus. Hit the notification bell, but come to my channel periodically because you know how YouTube is. They're not always going to notify you for videos. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate everybody taking the time to watch. Thank you to the 30 people who were kind enough to hit the like button. And do not forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is we love comics. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Alright, now we're going to get back for my power viewers because I saw a bunch of people left. I'm going to do a quick little extra unboxing video for those of you who stuck around because like I said, I'm not going to do it all the time, but I am going to do extended videos at the end for my power viewers. So many people will not see this, just like when I did the video yesterday. I showed all the books in this very video yesterday, so you actually had an opportunity to get the book before anyone else did. So I thought I would do, this is another Southside comic. I believe this is one that I ordered. This was before I made the deal with them, which I love, by the way. They always give me good books to know about in advance. They secure these pretty well. So I don't know what's in here. Okay. So we have Wolverine number 3. This is the Addy Granov cover. This is the regular cover. Then we have the Virgin, I guess, black and white variant. So this is the black and white cover B Virgin variant. And then last but not least, limited to 1,000 copies, Wolverine 3, the colored Virgin variant. So I don't get paid by Southside to promote them, but what I do get is when I mention a comic, I get one of each for free. But I have no contracts that I sign, so I'm under no obligation. If I don't like something, I will pass on it. I only promote the books that I think you guys are going to like, because if I want them, I know most people are going to want them. Now, of course, not everybody's going to agree to that, and that's fine. But I will never hold myself obligated to any company, because then you're more likely to have to say something nice. I want it to be genuine. If I like them, I want it to be because I feel like I like them, and I want to mention that, not because I'm contractually obligated. That's why the same thing with PGX. I do not get paid. There is no contract signed. So if I have a problem with something, I am free to say it. And they're both happy about that. They want honest feedback. They don't want it, because most people are very smart. they know the difference between somebody being genuine and somebody just mentioning something because they're contractually obligated. I mean, how many of these video game reviews do you see from the early reviewers where they're under contract and have to say something nice? It comes across as disingenuous. And then you're not being honest to your subscribers. So, again, they're not going to say, all right, since we're making this deal and you signed a contract, you now have to promote all the bad comics that we can't sell. No contract signed. I only promote the ones that I like. He'll give suggestions, and he says every time, if you want to do it, that's cool. If not, I understand. And so far, we've been on the same level, batting 1,000. Not everybody's going to agree or like them, but hey, you at least find out about them before everybody else does. So he's kind enough, Dan at Southside, say hello to him if you haven't had the opportunity. When I mention a comic, they make a lot of sales. You guys get a 10% discount or a 5% discount if you've already used the first one, and I get one set of the comics for free. So it's a win-win-win for everybody, and that's how life should be, where everybody succeeds and everybody, gets a benefit instead of one big company taking advantage of everybody else. That's not how business should work. So I think that's why some people appreciate my videos, because I'm not contractually obligated to say anything. And that's any business that tells me I have to sign a contract to work with them, I will say no, because I want to make sure I am free to say what I feel, even if it's negative. And so far, Southside, they've mailed everything protected. Comics come in bags and boards. They send the receipts with it. They mail them quickly, and you could see they're not damaged. So they're quick to email you. They do free shipping if you spend $50 or more. I just happened to run into that site one day because I was looking for that Venom 26 book, and I typed in the search engine, comic book stores that are selling that book, happened to come across them. And because of the fact that I ordered more than they had because they were also selling on eBay, they messaged me. We got into a dialogue, and then I said, hey, if I mention some of your comics, would I be able to get some free? And we made this deal. But I also made sure that you guys got something. So if you use the code WeLoveComics10%, your first order with them is 10% off. No minimum, but I would suggest spending $50 or more, because then you get the free shipping. And then after that, up to 3 times, as long as you get the one of the 3 Jokers comics, that and anything else you add will be 5% off if you use the code WeLoveComics3Jokers, and you could use that up to 3 times. So I wanted to make sure I give back to you guys, because you guys keep coming back, you keep commenting. 36 people liked this video, 23 of you stayed to see if there was more to this video, and that's why every now and then, it's not going to be every video, but I'm going to do an added video for my power viewers as a thank you for spending extra time with me, instead of just seeing a book that I'm telling you to get, going to get it, and just doing your own thing. I want this to be a community channel, and that's why I called it We Love Comics. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for participating. If any of the books get sold, I will let you know. Again, it's helping me out because I've been out of work for 4 months. So I also have a Patreon account if you want to do that. You don't have to, obviously. Like I said, I'm not in dire straits or anything. I am a survivor. I will always get by. I just want to make sure I take care of things before they become a problem. So, with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day. And do not forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. I'll see you next video, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And now, since other people have left, if you buy any of these books and say that you heard this last part, and you live domestically in the continental United States, the 48 continental states, so it doesn't include Alaska and Hawaii. But if you buy any of my books, either graded or ungraded, and tell me that you saw this at the end of the video, your shipping will now be free. So everybody else who missed out on it and did not stay will have to pay the shipping charge. If you buy one of the books and you mention that you heard this on the end of this video, if you live in the continental United States, the 48 continental states, any books that you buy will be free shipping. I'll see you.